Let's begin this class in child's pose. So come to your mat, keeping your knees together or as wide apart as you'd like, as you sink your hips back and let your forehead rest on the mat, arms stretched out long in front of you. Finding your breath, finding stillness. This is a Yin Yoga class, so we will be holding every pose for about 3 minutes. We'll have some transitional poses that we won't hold for as long, but know that for this class we will be searching for that stillness, looking within, letting go of our thoughts. And for this class, maybe like me, your back has been hurting you. So in this class, we're going to take it easy and stretch the back out. And again, as we'll be holding these poses for a long time, I will let you sit in silence. Maybe you have music playing, but I won't be talking. So take that time to focus inward, focus on you. Child's pose is also good for your back. You'll feel maybe through the lengthening of your spine, the lengthening of the sides. This is a good, gentle stretch for your back, especially if your back is pretty tight. Next, we'll transition into saddle pose. So walking your hands and torso forward to slide down onto your stomach, extending your legs behind you, and resting your head on the ground. Draw your right knee up to the side while keeping your left leg out straight behind you. Making sure to find a comfortable position for your head. And noticing where you feel this pose. Do you feel the stretch? And after you've found a comfortable place or a place that's on the edge of the stretch, not quite hitting discomfort, but finding that limit there, wherever you're at. After you find that, becoming still. Taking a deep breath in and exhale, and begin to make your way back into child's pose, using this pose as a transition between this side of saddle and the next, but sitting in child's pose for a minute, taking your time to get there, moving slowly and carefully, mindfully. And begin to make your way into saddle pose on the other side. Again, walking your hands and your torso out long, sliding that forward onto your stomach, resting your head on the ground, extending your right leg out long behind you, and drawing your left leg, your left knee up to the side. Noticing if this side feels any different than the other. And finding that place that is comfortable for you here. And always remembering that if at any point you feel pain in this class, to back out of the pose immediately. We're searching for a stretch, but definitely not pain. And we'll begin to move into Sphinx pose. So extend both legs out long behind you, slowly getting there, tops of the feet on the mat. And then come up on your forearms with your shoulders in line with your elbows, palms on the mat. You should find a little bit of a back bend here. And this can be a great back stretch. But if holding this pose gets too tiring or becomes too much, you can always come out of it and lie down flat. And on your next exhale, come out of Sphinx and rest your head on your hands, folding your hands in front of you and resting your forehead there. We'll use this to decompress, gently decompressing after that back stretch. We'll only be staying here for a minute. And inhale here. And as you exhale, begin to roll over and make your way onto your back. Slowly making your way there. And when you do, inhale and draw your right knee into your chest, leaving your head and your shoulders on the mat, but hugging that right knee in. Not super tight, but just enough. Now I know for me, this pose I eventually feel a lot of tightness in my hip because of this. So if that happens, you can always let the pose go. But if it feels good, continue on. We are halfway through this pose. Take a deep breath in and exhale to return your leg back down out straight. And inhale to bring your left knee into your chest, holding it there, keeping every other muscle relaxed. Again, noticing if the side is any different than the other. Noticing where you feel this pose. And we're halfway through this pose. Take a deep breath in here and exhale, extending that leg back out long. Inhale both knees into the chest, and we'll find eagle legs, crossing the right leg over the left, twisting the legs together, and then dropping those legs over to the left, extending the right arm out long for an eagle supine twist. If the eagle legs are too much, then option to not do them. You can take a normal supine twist or just twisting your legs as far as you can. Your choice. But really settling into this pose, breathing deeply, attempting to keep your right shoulder blade on the mat, and relaxing into the twist. On your next inhale, return to the center of your chest, unwinding your legs, holding them at the center for a moment, and then switching sides, crossing your left leg over the right, wrapping the two legs around each other as best you can. And exhale, dropping the knees over to the right, extending your left arm out long, trying to keep the shoulder blade on the mat, and breathing deeply. On your next inhale, bring the legs back to the center of the chest, unwinding the legs and holding them there at the center for a moment, a couple breaths. Inhaling and exhale for savasana, lowering everything down to the mat. Finding the most comfortable position here. Palms facing up or down, taking up as much room as you'd like. As you relax any further tension in your body, exhaling it out, letting it go, and just be. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale out. Take another deep breath in and exhale out. Bring some gentle movements into your fingers and toes as you return to the space around you. And as you feel ready, make your way over onto one side. Taking a few breaths here. And push yourself up into a seated position, slowly and gently, keeping your eyes closed all the way if that's comfortable for you. And bring your hands in prayer at the center of your chest and bow your head towards your hands. Thank yourself for coming to the mat today. And I thank you for joining me in practice. Namaste.